everybody, welcome to our list of March books that are going to be coming out this month. I am so excited. For the first time ever, my husband and I have actually agreed on our most anticipated book of the month. I know, it's an amazing shock to all of us. And we'll get to that book in a minute here. But without further ado, let's get into the March picks for new releases to add to your TBRs. On March 4th, Elsie Silver has a brand new book coming out called Wild Side, a contemporary romance, cowboys-inspired, enemies to lovers trope, and it is the third book in the interconnected standalone series from Wild Love. There are so many people in the book community who are absolutely obsessed with Elsie Silver. I have not yet read one of her books, but I do plan to do so. But I know a lot of people absolutely love her writing style, and the thing that they rave most about is her humor. So if you like a good contemporary romance, make sure that you pick this one up. Are you a fall lover like me? I love fall. Regardless of what time of year it is, I always want the fall vibes. And this next book release, though coming out in March, is going to be absolutely for my fall readers. This is Spells, Strings, and Forgotten Things by Brianne Randall. This book comes out on March 4th. It is going to be romantasy, lots of witchy vibes. The really cool thing about this magic system is every single time our main character casts a spell, she loses a memory. And she does not get to choose which memory she loses. So her family, her town, all those things that like make her who she is, we start to lose those things as we continue using magic to help the people in our small town. And this book just sounds absolutely incredible. I'm so excited for it. There is nothing I like more than having those fall vibes even when it's not fall. They've loved each other in 1,000 lifetimes. They've killed each other in every single one. Welcome to Our Infinite Fates by Lauren Stephen. This book sounds absolutely incredible. It is already on my TBR. This book comes out March 4th. Make sure that you go and grab it. This is especially for fans of Addie LaRue. V.E. Schwab did a whole thing raving about this book, and it has been compared to kind of that same vibe and tone of Addie. Oh, so excited. Make sure you add this one to your list. I've recently started picking thrillers back up again, and the moment that this book came across my Goodreads feed, I was like, boop, add to TBR in an instant. This thriller sounds so good. Oh, I'm so excited. This is Count My Lies by Sophia Stava. It comes out on March 4th, and let me tell you, this is a girl who has told a teensy tiny itty bitty white lie and somehow infiltrated this home with this married couple and somehow like maneuvered her way into their world. And whoo boy, they have secrets of their own. And this book sounds so thrilling. It was shelved as a read in one night suspense thriller. Is there anything I like to do more than binge a thriller? No. Not really. I do not like to take breaks during my thrillers. I hate having to close them and come back the next day. I'm like, oh heck no, I cannot live in that suspense. I have to finish it in one sitting, and it's also why most times thrillers are written pretty short, because we would be devastated if we had to break them up over multiple days. Count My Lies by Sophia Stava. Make sure you pick this one up. Cozy books for March. Yes, please. This is still a season of snow and rain and coziness. And there is nothing I like better than grabbing a cozy book, especially when there is a foot of snow on the ground, which arrived last night. So it is absolutely perfect timing for me to pick up my next cozy read. This is A Harvest of Hearts. This is a whimsical, unforgettable story of fantastic adventure. This is a adventure cozy novel at its core. I'm imagining it's going to be very similar to Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, that type of vibe, where it still has like a really strong adventure trope, but we get a little bit of whimsy in there, and we get the romance as a little side plot, and I'm very, very, very excited for this. Not to mention, look at the cover. Oh, that cover is beautiful. Harvest of Hearts by Andrea Eames, and it comes out on March 4th. So I have a teeny tiny Slate confession to make. Teeny tiny, oh, so itty bitty. I still have not read the Finley Donovan books. Oh, I know. The moment I saw the cover of the Finley Donovan series, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna love these. But they are kind of thrillers at their core. And at the time, I was on my I'm not reading thrillers anymore kick. And now I'm off of that. I'm officially off. Thanks to Frida McFadden, I am kind of back into being a thriller reader. Itty bits. I'll sprinkle them in there. But the Finley Donovan series, I know I need to get to these. I know. These books sound hilarious. They are just, the whole concept of Finley Donovan is so funny. It is about a girl who is an author, and she's sitting down with her agent and she's talking about how she's going to like unalive people in her next book. But a little eavesdropper overhears the conversation and actually thinks that she's like a hit woman for hire, and not that she's an author who was talking about her book. And so the girl who was eavesdropping hires Finley Donovan to actually commit a crime. Can you think of a funnier concept? I can't. I have been wanting to read these for forever. The 5th book is now coming out this month, so I really need to get caught up. This is going to be Finley Donovan Digs Her Own Grave by L. Cosimo. I mean, I might be making that up, but I think that that's how you say it. Cosmano? Is that better? I don't know. We need Gage. That's what we need. So this book comes out on March 4th. If you have been just wanting to pick up a fun book, if you like thrillers or just like contemporary fiction in general, definitely make sure you check out this series. It is one that I am definitely going to be reading in 2025. Another cozy book for March is going to be the Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Lori Gilmore. The Strawberry House Pancake House. What? The Strawberry Patch Pancake House. Say that 5 times fast. Every time I say it, I get it wrong. It's fine. It's staying here. Ugh, whatever. So the Strawberry House Pancake Farm, the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. Where did farm come from? The Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Lori Gilmore. This book is coming out this month as well. This book comes out on March 13th. Did I like the Pumpkin Spice Cafe? I don't know. The further I get away from that book, the more I feel like I almost didn't like it. And it wasn't because I didn't like the Gilmore Girls vibes. That was why I liked it. I liked the Gilmore Girls vibes. I loved the Lorelai and Luke vibes of that book. I liked the small town feeling like Stars Hollow. The town meetings were exceptional. I loved Casper the cat. However, the spice was so boring. The romance was so vanilla. And now I'm starting to think that all of the dark romance books have wrecked contemporary fiction for me. I don't know what I wanted, but it wasn't that. So I haven't picked up the next books in the series because of that, and I kind of feel like I need to. So Strawberry Patch Pancake House, this is a cozy romance, single dad, small town. The cover is beautiful. I want to go back to Stars Hollow. I really liked the vibes of this book. And when I'm in a cozy mood, I can absolutely see myself picking up the rest of the series. So I do recommend it if you want a cozy small town read. I may not recommend it if you're looking for a really good romance. I can't say it is really good romance, but I can say it's a pretty good book. So take that with what you will. Take fantasy, take thriller, mush them together into one book, and you are going to have The Bane Witch. This book sounds amazing. Absolutely on my TBR. Whew. I love witch books, and they gave me not 1 but 2 this month. Oh, so good. This is a paranormal thriller. This is Practical Magic meets Gone Girl. That is how it's described. I love Practical Magic and I love Gone Girl. So let's just like mush those 2 books together. You know I'm gonna read it. This is a novel about a woman who is more than a witch. She's a hunter. And I think we're using magic to catch criminals. Ooh. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. Or we're using magic to solve crime, which is kind of like Dresden. So I guess I have read paranormal thrillers before. It'd be like the Dresden Files, but this book sounds so much cooler because they said it was comparable to Gone Girl. Oh, I love it. This book comes out on March 18th. It is on my wish list. I'm super excited for this one. Make sure you check it out. My husband and I actually agreed on our most anticipated read for March. I know, you've been on your toes. You've been waiting for it. What's the book they agreed upon? It's probably the one that you're most anticipating too. Sunrise on the Reaping. What do we want more than Haymitch's story? Tell me. I'll wait. Nothing. There is nothing we want more than Haymitch's story from the Hunger Games, and we are going to get it on March 18th. Not only is this cover absolutely stunning, the new editions of the Hunger Games have been coming out, and Barnes & Noble has had exclusives of new covers of the Hunger Games, and everybody has been rereading them. I am beyond excited for Haymitch's story. So is my husband, but to be brutally honest with you, I'm almost more excited for the movie than I am for the book. Hunger Games has done a phenomenal job with the movie adaptations. They couldn't have done it better, in my opinion. This is one series where the adaptation was a 10 out of 10, and I'm really excited to check out the movie in the fall, and of course, read the book in the spring. My last anticipated release for this March is going to be The Notorious Virtues by Alwyn Hamilton. This book sounds so good. This is a YA romantasy with a magic competition. There is nothing I like more than young adult romantasy with a magic competition. Fearless, powerless. We've got Hunger Games, Red Queen. Just mush it all together. Give me all of them. Throw in a glass. Like, I love those types of vibes. So you know for sure this one has already landed high up on my TBR. So let me know in the comments which of these you guys are planning to pick up in the month of March. And also if there's any books that you guys think that I have missed that you think our community would absolutely love to be able to check out, make sure you get that down in the comments. And let's get into my favorite section of this video, which is the oldies but goodies section. This is books that came out over 7 years ago in the month of March that you may have missed if you are new to reading, or they just came out and you might have just missed them. But these are some of my absolute favorite books that all came out in the month of March. Let's dive into the list. Here is our oldies but goodies list for March. This book came out in March of 2014. This is Play by Kylie Scott. This is the book that made me fall absolutely head over heels in love with the fake dating trope. No fake dating trope has ever been better than this book. And when you figure out the reason why we need a fake date, it will blow your mind. This book was absolutely amazing. It is the reason why the Stage Dive series is a book that I recommend. Like, as a series, I recommend it all the time. And anytime I'm on Book Talk and I find somebody who's also read the Stage Dive series and who loved it just as much as I did, I hold on to that person for forever and I like virtually send them hugs. I'm like, yes, we loved the same series. It's so hard to find people who have read this book, and it's crazy because they are so good. Like 6 out of 5 stars good. So, Play by Kylie Scott is a must read if you haven't gotten to it yet. This one is also from 2014. This is Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I absolutely loved the Throne of Glass series. I do recommend reading Assassin's Blade after Heir of Fire. So this is my recommended reading order for Throne of Glass. Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, then Assassin's Blade. Then you're gonna do Queen of Shadows, Empire of Storm, Tower of Dawn, and then of course, Kingdom of Ash. If you are not a fan of Kale, I do recommend doing the tandem of Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. It makes it a lot easier to read them if you're not a big fan of his character. If you love him, you don't need to do the tandem, just keep on reading straight on through. In 2001, Barbara Corcoran came out with her book called Shark Tales. This is the story of how she became a shark on Shark Tank and how she started her very first business, all that business savvy that she has learned from being part of that world with being a realtor. I devoured this book. I absolutely loved it. It was so incredible to hear her story in her own words, and it was just full of really great business advice and being a girl boss advice and all the things. So this one I really enjoyed. If you are interested in entrepreneurship or if you have liked her on Shark Tank and just want to kind of get to know a little bit more about her, it is a quicker read, so I do recommend picking it up. For Alaska by John Green, this is probably one of his most popular books. This one came out in March of 2005. It is a young adult romance. It's so good. It's just really a coming of age story. And if you have not read it yet, I do recommend it. It is great if for ages 16 plus. Definitely young adult at its core. Very good book. And we have the first book in the Shadowhunters series, which is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. This one came out in 2007. I swear to you, this book was not on my radar in 2007. It has taken me forever to finally be able to pick up Cassandra Clare, and I regret it deeply. I wish that I had read these books as they were coming out because I truly believe she would have been one of my favorite authors. And now I'm kind of going backwards and trying to quickly finish her catalog as she's continuing to publish new things. So Cassandra Clare, City of Bones also was in March of 2007. Gosh, that feels like such a long time ago. And the last book, this is for my fans of 50 Shades of Grey. This is Fever by Maya Banks. If you want a book that is packed with spice, really, really good. Oh, this trilogy was amazing. Fever is the second book. They are interconnected standalones. You do not need to read them in order. And this one came out in 2013. Really good. If you have not yet picked up a Maya Banks, if you liked 50 Shades, I think you'll really like her. She's got a huge back catalog, absolutely worth picking up. I hope you guys were able to get some new books added onto your TBRs for this month. And as always, drop a heart in the comments if you made it to the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.